Hello and welcome to HI 107, Health Information Technology Systems for spring quarter of 2016. And I'm Kathy Walters and I'm going to be your instructor for this course. And I want to just take about 12 to 13 minutes here of getting you acquainted with our website for the course on Moodle, and then also take you into Connect in McGraw-Hill to just acquaint you with what things look like and how you'll be going through getting things set up. So just sit back and we'll go through this web page here in Moodle. So this is just some general information. And so here is the introduction to YouTube that you'll see, and that's what you'll be looking at. And then I have some basic information here on how to get started with your course materials with regards to your two options. You want to do all digital, where you have an ebook and the access to Connect, or you can have the print book and then get Connect access. Here is McGraw-Hill Tech Support, and they're great. They are Central Time, so take that into consideration when you see these times, but they're very helpful. Here is a brief reminder to make sure that you do your student self-introduction forum post, which I'm going to talk about here in just a minute, by Thursday evening, and that is in compliance with our new campus policy to verify attendance. So if you do not get that done by Thursday evening, you will be dropped from the course by the end of the week. So make sure you take care of that. The next four links here deal with getting into McGraw-Hill and establishing your access. So this first one is a screenshot by screenshot file to show you how to register for Connect. And then over here on the right side of our Moodle page is this McGraw-Hill Campus Airs link. And that shows you different things as far as, and so that will be where you will actually access Connect from Moodle as the course continues. The facts link here is just, generally asked questions from and then answered by Beth Shanholzer, who is the author of the book that we're using. Quick tips basically is just dealing with the EHR software, and it's entitled Prime Suite, and it's Greenway Medical. And this is actually an EHR that's used out in industry, so at the end of the course you'll get a certificate of completion, which will be nice to have, and you might use that for if you're going for a job or just include it in your portfolio. This next link is the same information that's up here, but it's something that you might want to print out and just have for reference. Course forums, this is where you're going to focus your attention to do the self-introduction forum. So I want to click here and take us into that for just a second. So basically, if you're not familiar with forums, I'll have information here, and then what you do is there's a link here that says add new discussion topic. So it says please post to the class forum an introduction of yourself to your colleagues and address the following. Please type your name in the subject text box. So what you'll do is you'll click here, and then this will come up. So you'll type your name in here, so whatever your name is, and then you'll take your mouse and click down here, and that's where you'll type. And then you'll scroll down here to the bottom and you'll post to forum. And so I have done a hello post, and so I'm going to just show you that real quick, and that's what these will look like. So when you click on it, and then hello, and I'm telling you a little bit about myself. So that's the student forum that you need to go ahead and do that prior to Thursday evening at 11:55 p.m. The instructor announcement forum, that's just a forum that I will post things on. That's a forced subscription, so you'll get those. It's anything about grades or anything that you need to be informed of. The course questions and student connection forum, that's kind of more of like a hangout, if you will, where you can type things in that you may have questions about with regards to our course, or if you have a pointer that you ran into and you want to put it on there, and I will keep an eye on this as well. To be able to answer information as needed as we go through. So feel free to post anything there. If it's something of a private nature, you need to email me. And then campus resources, our online courses for me, Tutor Central, library hours, student help desk. And so, obviously with regards to online courses, I'm going to speak to that here in a minute when we go through the course syllabus. So here I have, please read the course syllabus. So these two items are must-reads to start the course. This guide to Prime Suite, which is the EHR, and then the course syllabus. So let's go ahead and go into the course syllabus. And you know, during the course, there's going to be lots of scrolling. It's just the way Moodle is as you go through week to week. So here's the syllabus, and I'm just going to point out a few things on it. Here's my contact information. I'm in Building 19, Room 148. Office hours are Monday, Wednesday, 1 to 2, Tuesday, Thursday, 12 to 1. And then I am really good about responding to email within 24 hours. So just email me, and I'll get back to you. And again, here's a repetition of the information for what you need to get from the bookstore. Tech support, academic integrity, class participation. I do not accept late work, so that's my late policy. So please be mindful of due dates. And then scrolling down, just a bit of advice on online courses. You know, you need to participate and get in there multiple times each week. I have to say that with regards to working with the EHR, you want to have an isolated window of time when you're working with this, and I'll speak to that a little bit when we get into Connect in just a few minutes. And there's my grading grid, and then this is just what the Prime Suite Connect Plus looks like if you want to go in and practice and look at that. And then I have down here, please scroll down to the next page, because some people think this is the end, but here is the bulk of the course. Week by week gives you what you need to get done. So you can scroll through and look at that. So weeks 1 and 2 are just reading the chapter in Connect and then taking end of chapter questions. They're matching multiple choice and short answer. Week 3 is when we actually get into the EHR. So you'll have reading in the book, which will include exercises in the EHR, and then there's all these subcategories within the each EHR, and then you have a demo, a practice, and a test mode. And I'll show you that in just a minute. Week 5 is midterm. We have a forum that we'll do. And then week 7 is a very busy week in the EHR, lots of subcategories. Week 8 and then 9 is the last week that we are in the EHR. And then week 10 is basically we get into looking at the future of health technology, health information. And then finals week, you have an essay and a forum post as far as a reflection of the course. And there's no final exam. So that's the syllabus. So please be sure to take a look at that. And now I'll get back into Moodle. Again, go ahead and take a look at this guide. And each of the weeks are going to be laid out similarly in Moodle. So I'll just show you a few weeks here. So I do an overview, and then I have a sequence here. Read this chapter, do the end of chapter questions. And then down below in the week, I take a screenshot of what you will see in Connect. So here's chapter 1. So there's a self-study quiz that you can take. You have 2 attempts on that. Then the chapter quiz, you have 1 attempt. It's 30 minutes, 20 questions. And it would behoove you to do the self-study quiz. I think that's helpful. And then these are the subcategories for the chapter. And then you have end of chapter questions. So, and that is done in Connect as well. Each week I will also include a PowerPoint lecture slides for the chapter. So you can take a look at that. And then I'll always have additional learning materials here as well for you to take a look at. Different links that pertain to what we've discussed in the week or what the book has covered. So chapter 2, same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at the learning materials. There's the screenshot of Connect. PowerPoint slides, additional learning materials. 3 is when we begin to work in Prime Suite. So that's when it's going to get a little bit more involved. So, and you take a look at this information here. And there's a YouTube down on the very bottom, and I might actually move that to the top of week 3, that you'll look at first before you get in. And it's just acquainting you a little bit with working in the EHR a little bit more than what I'm going to show you today. So that's pretty much how Moodle works. So let's go ahead and we'll go into Connect. And this is what you'll be looking at. So that's the top part of it. And then I have weeks 1 and 2 up. I'm just changing dates on the rest of them, but everything will be visible. And so this is an expand and collapse button. So here is actually you're in Connect, and then you just click on these and it takes you in. So there's the self-study quiz. These are the sections of the chapter. And then down below is your end of chapter questions. And then similarly you would expand to and see the due dates there. And so that's how each of the chapters works. So I think you'll find it quite interesting and easy to get familiar with as you get going. When you first get into Connect, it does take a little while to go ahead and download and get the connection between your device, your internet service provider and browser and with Connect. But as you get going, it'll be easy to do. So a couple of things that I do want to talk about Connect, and that is as I mentioned, when you are getting into the EHR and you're going to start to work in Chapter 3, there's 3 modes. There's the demo mode, the practice mode, and the test mode. So again, I said to isolate a chunk of time to get these done. The demo mode does everything for you. You just watch. It's a simulation. Then the practice mode does some things for you, and then you do some things. And then the test mode, you're on your own. So it really behooves you to have an isolated time frame where you can do all 3. So you do the demo mode, then you do the practice mode, and it's present in your mind, and then you can take the test mode. So that's just an advice in terms of how to approach and get things completed. Now, one more thing I want to say before we go back into Moodle. If you lose connectivity, particularly when you're taking the quiz, just call the 800 number from McGraw-Hill and get a case number. And then what we can do and explain to them, I was taking a quiz, I lost connectivity. And then you get a case number and we can review that, find out what the fix is, get the solution, and then I can post that on our website in Moodle for anybody else that may have that experience. But don't despair. Technology has problems, so we are all well aware of that. So basically, that's going to be how you're getting in and working with Connect. So now I'd like to go back to Moodle, and here is what the screenshot in week 3 will look like. So you'll have a demo mode, practice, test. I have all 3 modes for weeks 3 and 4, and then I've had enough student feedback where I take the demo mode away in week 5, and then you have the practice and just the test mode. So I think that's pretty much all I wanted to go over, and I am just glad you're taking the class. I wish you the best of luck in your courses for spring quarter, and we'll learn from each other, and good luck, and I will see you on Monday.